Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. Remember this game? I was trying to save some time and I said, well, I'll just explore the town off screen, you know, wait until something happens. And sure enough, as soon as I left the bloody shop, something happened. So, wasn't very successful in saving time. Oh well. Ah! Yeah, hi Mason. Did we catch you with your boyfriend, or what? Why are you so... The people of this zone were most generous to allow us to rent this house. Like, what? I can go to any place and rent a house. That's not generosity, that's business. So there will be no need to sing lodgings at the inn for a while. So, Mr. Sigard wishes a word for you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? The good Master Sigard is waiting for you inside. Alright, there's the song. I'm so out of touch with our voices. I'm so sorry, guys. What is his voice? Whenever I come, it always comes to my heart. They're all French. Anyway, young master, I want to work out our plans from here on out. Alright. But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. No, it's what? Yeah. Well, ask. No, don't walk away. Ask. So I changed on this scene. Sig. What's up with you and that Gibbler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gibbler for some reason. Birds. Faye? Everyone's getting involved in this. Alright, I'll tell ya. Me and Citan here. We used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gibbler's from? You're the prince of a freaking nation. You should know. Oh my god. That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor. Basically, slavery. Slavery? Hi, Faye. Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. I remember his voice. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with those people? I thought these guys were actually related. I guess they're not. They both have eye patches and like similar hair, and that's mean, game. I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since. So this would mean you would have to happen even before then. I probably wouldn't even have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this. Especially with you had something to do with the people that back in that Chican idiot. I wish you'd have told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own, and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us, and we can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. I'm pacey. I'm emoing. Alright, I understand. But you can elaborate a little more? I understood what you said, but I just want more text. Wow, that didn't work very hard on his sitting animation. Ooh. Who is that man? I don't know who that man is when I'm asking the question, but hopefully you will. His name is Karan Ramses. As you know, is the Gibbler commander. We call him Ka. In Solaris, there is an opposite training school called Xenogears. He became the commander after leaving there. He is a lower level citizen, the same as we. However, with his amazing abilities. After graduating, I have a French accent for some reason, I'm sorry. He rose to the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal, to achieve consolidation of all of his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses? No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our only hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us test subjects and lower level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor? Yes. Even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. I can ask it again! No. Really? Okay, no, I'm sorry. Bart does not need to ask where Solaris is. He bloody well knows where the capital of another country is. So what was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military positions by Ramses. And thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. Oh, Solaris is a space. I knew that. The lands, right? They weren't just using us lambs as slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities, make them more aggressive, and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us humans as guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. It was horrible. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example. Drug. That drug and others like it are used now are byproducts of humans being experimented. Well, what is drive? I've never heard of it. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This, oh jeez, his face was, this drive drug, is it something that anyone in Solaris army can use? At least anyone in the Gambler forces who was sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? Exclamation point. I saw some in a room. Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs, how low are these guys? Damn. So I guess I actually can ask where Solaris is. What bugs me is the surface dwellers thing. It's as if Solaris is in another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yes, you Etrenak, the capital of the Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. We need to find Sid. To get to Ever, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigard did, but I also escaped in the same way. Well, last question then. That is the word Solaris used to indicate those who live on the Earth. As I said before, it said surface dwellers or Earth dwellers are used as manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from land dwellers, which are divided by who is most suitable, like communism. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, was still an infant, I was used as a test subject, so it was probably something very valuable inside of me. too, Doc?
No. I was born in the lower city levels. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people.
Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make the quarter of their total population. So they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. I understand. I think I get most of it. Instant stand. Boing! Old Mason. Old Mason. Go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. I should have been honest with him sooner.
It is best not to worry about it. You did all that you could do at the time. The young one will understand.
Now, I love how the Mason's going to stand here and yet somehow reserve the town hall. Makes total sense. Man. Oh, good. I was going to say, the music stopped. I don't like it when the music stops. So the question is, where's the town hall? I do not... I don't really like the spinny camera. Where? Oh, that? I'm so glad you like it. Please take it. Okay. What is this? Some blue crystal orb thingy. Can I find the ladder? What's the ladder? It sucks. Certainly seems like it. They're all talking earlier. But I don't see Mr. Man-Pants here. Do I have to go find him? Come here, man. Peace? What is this blasphemy? There's no peace. I'm assuming I don't have to, like, leave the area. He just went out for some air, so he should still be in the area, right? Maybe he's down here. He is down here. Woo! Camera needs to be over here. I had no idea Sigard such a past.
Are you still suspicious of Sigard? You should talk to me, because I'm his best friend.
Well, I mean, it's just so sudden. I kind of expected to hear something different, like that we were childhood rivals or something. Wouldn't you know if he was a childhood rival of yours? But that's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it?
Hearing his story as you're confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, he and Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of.
Whoa. Not even heard of? He knew what the capital of the Gebler forces was. I'm confused. Hey, what are you picking on me for? That's mean. You're mean.
No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see why he could have talked about this with you until now. Looking at the activities of Solaris towards other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. I am Finch again. And as you have seen, their military power is immense, so Sigard was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems on the country of Ignas. Once things were settled here, it would give him a strong foundation to deal with Solaris later. Which is much better planned than rushing straight into war he knew he could not win. Which logical, really.
Sounds like you understand it pretty well.
Well, it's not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things until we decided to escape from Solaris.
Speaking of that, what did you believe? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, wasn't he?
I was wondering that too, thank you. Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized his way of thinking was really not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether or not they stressed people's rank or class or their skill. The words had changed, but it was still no different from Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intention of bringing everyone a better way of life.
In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him that much either. Citan, do you think I could beat Gebler?
Why? Are you planning on fighting them?
As long as they're working with Chicane, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later.
I suppose so. But even if we were able to defeat the Gebler forces here, there's still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it's possible that we may get involved in a longer war than with Chicane. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it is time we try and get help from a greater number of people.
So defeating Chicane is not going to get rid of the likes of Gebler. I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first gain thy throne. Right?
What are you quoting? Where'd that come from? You could put it that way.
What do you mean? You could put it that way. But then again, maybe it's time I did something about that.
Good job, Faye. I'm glad you were there for that.
You helped.
He went to the tool shop to borrow a table. The owner said, if you need anything for the young master, just ask for it.
I'm grateful. When I was a kid, I borrowed stuff from there and got in big trouble. Borrowed? What'd you take? A tow boat. I think that's what it was. I put fireworks in it, let it float to the cathedral's lake. I always used to play Navy. I'm not sure, but I think I pretended the lake was the open sea. And I was the fleet commander. Anyway, forget those old stories. We should get started. Wow, I'm sorry, that sounds like a song I know. I guess not, because here with the song should be like dun, 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 dun. But it is in Chrono Trigger. There's a song that starts exactly like that, and I just got taken back for a second. First, Kepler's the big problem.
Yes, Ramses is heading towards achieving his goals. That means he is now the commander of the Gebler is proof of that. A normal man could not progress so quickly through that country's organization. And now he's presently located here on Ignis. Frankly, the situation is not very favorable. We need to somehow find a weak spot and attack it with all of our might.
First, let's just concentrate on Chicane. Once he's out of the way and I'm very safe again, we can think about how to deal with Gebler. But Gebler's on event. So dealing with Gebler involves... With our present strength, we should be able to hold off the Royal Guard forces. The problem is how to deal with Gebler in the meantime. We'll most likely move at Chicane's request, and I'm just going to sit and watch quietly.
May I have a look there, please?
What? Look where?
In short, we want Gebler to leave for a while. At least until we were able to take back the royal capital, Bendavik.
I'm so glad that was said with a German accent, not a French accent. I mean, I'm sure I'm not doing a German accent well, but Blindavik sounds much better as German than Blindavik.
These are Gebler units currently in Ave, correct?
Okay, so there's... Interesting.
The Western Guards. The Royal Capital Defense Force.
Mission Guards?
And units along the front line at the border with Kislev. There are 3 main groups.
Well, what's the spinny thing? Is that the capital? Because that seems like it should be a force as well.
Each is made up of a mix of Gebler and Ave forces. Only 2 of these are very large. The Royal Capital's defense units and Kislev border units. The Western Guard among Lisan's borders are little more than a surveillance team.
In order to recapture the Royal Capital, it will be necessary to draw these defense units away from Blindavik.
We have some Kislev made gears, correct?
Yeah, we captured some earlier.
What if we use those gears to make a raid on the Western Guards? Here at the border with Nisan.
I see. We draw them out by making it look like Kislev is invading an affair. From Nisan, instead of from Kislev for some reason. But the problem is, will attacking the border must be enough to set the system in motion?
To be sure, the Nisan will simply have to appear to align with Kislev. If they see it that way, they will certainly make a move.
You're saying what you intend to use Nisan as bait?
Doc?
Nisan's where I live, dude! What are you doing? What you doing? I know that's not Faye at all, but whatever. Shikan is very sensitive to Nisan and Kislev's actions. If Nisan starts moving, he will probably leave it up to Gebler, but...
Of course, I do not wish that from the beginning. But looking at the situation, we have to be willing to go that far.
It doesn't tell me who's talking. First, we infiltrate to the capital. To take out Shikan, we'll have to meet up with our agents already in the city. Go back to the capital? We just came from there.
We are forgetting one thing. The front line units along Kislev's border.
You're right.
The main strength of Ave's fleet is the battleship Kefeinzel. It's been in service since the reign of the last king. Because of its firepower, the whole unit is nicknamed the Invincible Fleet. I recalled yesterday's intelligence report that their ship is near the border.
Damn. That puts everything in jeopardy.
Do not feel so down. I simply wanted you to see the current distribution of force in the area. Even in the worst case that they do come, it will not be such a great problem.
What do you mean?
I have some additional information about Ave's border fleet. The former Ave Supreme Commander was transferred there. Not really transferred, more like demoted. His name is Vatakun.
Vandakun? You don't mean the Vandakun that was in Gigant?
The very same. It is an unusual name. Young one, he has not been able to adapt to change in tactics, particularly following the introduction of gears. He is a man who will never stray from his dependence on large naval guns.
You mean he's stubborn? I like stubborn. He is all size and no real military power. An excellent target for pirates. Young master! Is he not going to be an act of piracy? Just kidding.
Actually, the number of gears assigned to the fleet seems to have been reduced. Even with that, how gallant of him to be so self-righteous.
Is he that much more of a musclehead? It'll be fun taunting him. Young master!
I know, shut up.
Anyway, Citan, do you think he strikes out a gear? Do you think he can strike a gear forces?
It is not a problem. Even with Van der Kelm, we have enough forces left to pull off the feint. However, it would not be wise to underestimate our opponents.
Well, now that we know what you're up against, here's what we should do. But from our main unit, heading for Bledapik, we must keep the fleet at Kiesland Quarter from returning to the capital. So you're suggesting that we have another unit?
A few effective soldiers to hold the enemy at bay. Small force is best.
Why don't you just hit them with the red guys from behind?
What if Fade is a group of gears there?
Hey? Hold it now. There's no reason to be reviewing all this. I'll do it. What is Faye's voice? I can't remember. I'll do it. I'll just make him close to mine. Here, let me do it. Let me leave. Are you sure? We've come this far. Hey, we're finished the end now.
Speed is everything. We should do this as soon as possible.
Alright, tomorrow. I'm truly grateful for Citan. Yeah. Sorry, look at my gap. I'm gonna see the gap for a second. There's no way we can lose. No one will die in vain.
Well, yeah, because we're PCs, damn it.
Well put, young master. Ruh-roh. Good morning! I don't have a voice anymore. What's with the long face? Not feeling well? Or are you feeling sad about saying goodbye? Or maybe I was just nervous. Shut up, stupid. Don't bug me. Well, it's almost time.
That's her voice. I found it.
Yeah. Is everyone ready to go? I'll be waiting here. So let me know when you're through preparing. Oh good, I get to save. Well, to fully prepare, I will need a save point. Yeah, let me have a look. The real question is, next time I play this one, I'll remember to come back here.
There's a new wind blowing today.
Okay. Well, good for it. Alright. So we'll go ahead and save the game here. And for the add-on video, I believe this one was... I decided to use Elizabeth a little bit more, if I remember correctly, which I might not. It's certainly possible I've forgotten which video this is, but something will be happening for sure. I should really look at what I'm adding on so I don't look like an idiot. But oh well. You guys know me by now. Me being an idiot won't surprise you.
Will the low become the high? Round 1. Fight!
No toying with me!
Oh no. Here. Round and round. My attack. Impressive.
This isn't
Just draw. Let there be. Oh no. Impressive. My trump card. Memento Mori.
sure are.
My turn.
Well,
I'm not gonna let that happen. Round 2.
it's okay.
Now death. Won't you my attack? Won't you have some? Opening my death. Persona. Venator. My death. So you're next. Here is a freeze. My turn.
We're gonna have bruises all over this.
Let's change things up. Now you're frozen. Persona. Let's change things up. My attack. You see the blunder. You see. It's time to be judged.
Hurry
The
up,
devil.
finish it.
Here's some fire. End turn. Final round. Go! My attack. My attack. My attack. My turn. Round and round. My turn. Persona. Let's change things up. My turn. Here. My attack. Here's
Time to finish things up.
You're frozen. Is this the extent of your strength? Round and round.